Hi all, in this lab we're gonna make a spanning tree lab. We're gonna check about spanning tree Portfast and Bpduguard. Uh, I will not go too much into the theory because the spanning tree has a lot of theory, but I will explain you just the necessary things so we can make the lab successful. Let's start. Here in the topology we have three switches and as you see, those links are in green, and this link, it's in orange. Do you know what is the reason why this link is in orange? And when I when I when I make a connection, it takes always like 15 to 30 seconds. The link is in orange, then it goes through green. The reason it's because the switch ports, the switch ports in a switch has like 4 states. Listening state, learning state, forward and blocking. Here, right now, it's in listening and learning. The switch is like checking that if there is a PC or there is another switch connected to this link. And why is the reason why is the reason about the switch that is checking? That's because if you have like a topology like this, that it's a redundant topology, like if I disconnect this link, the switches will have the connections between here. If I disconnect this link, the connections will have the switches will have the connections between like here through here. If I disconnect these links, the switches connection will go here through here. So when you have a redundant link, like here, I have this. This is a redundant link. Spanning tree protocols usually block a port because uh, when you connect a switch, when you connect two switches, they are exchanging BPDUs. The BPDUs are frames that are telling the switch what is the root switch, if the port if the port is in trunk or it's not in trunk, and if a spanning tree don't block this port, the packet will go here, through here, through here, through here, through here, and it will make a loop, an infinite loop. So what makes a spanning tree? A spanning tree is just like listening, learning, and it says, oh, okay, I have this connection, and well, I will block gigabit 01 because if I don't block gigabit 01, it will occur a loop. And let's go to the third and fourth state. It decides if it's gonna forward or blocking. Here, spanning tree decides to block the port. Here, spanning tree decides to forward the port because it was a PC. And what happens if I disconnect this link? Okay, let's check. If I disconnect this link, spanning tree will notice that a link on gigabit 02 has been disconnected, and it will start forwarding. So we have to wait like a little bit, and we'll notice that this link will go to green. You're just waiting. Okay, that's right. It comes to green, and the connections is still the switches are still having the connection. The connection haven't been interrupted. So now we're gonna make the connections, and the spanning tree says, "Oh, we will have a loop if I don't block gigabit 01." So now it blocks. That's a spanning tree. But that's only on switches. Why it's like a painful. It's painful when you connect to a switch and you're in the listening and learning states. You're just like waiting for 30 seconds to connect into the network. So Cisco made intelligent configuration that it's spanning tree for Portfast. Like here, I'm not a switch, but why it's in orange? Why I have to listen and learning? Because I know I'm not a switch. I won't make a loop. I'm a PC. I'm a computer, but it's still in orange. That's why comes Portfast. Portfast, it's telling the switch that no listening, no learning. Just go to forwarding. That's Portfast. So the user doesn't have to wait too much time for connecting to the network when he plugs the cable to the computer, and that's Portfast. But you don't have to configure Portfast in switches links, in links between switches, because if you configure Portfast in those links and in those links and those links, a loop will occur, and then that will cause troubles to the LAN, sometimes call it like broadcast storms, because loop will be always the packet will be always looping in the network, and that will cause problems to the network. So port fast is only for access ports like computers, printers, webcams, phones. Yeah. So we're gonna start configuring port fast, and we're gonna make another configuration, and it's Bpduguard. Bpduguard, it's like a security configuration. Like if you mistakenly connect a switch to the access port that is in port fast, the link will go in a shutdown state. So that's because if you that's for that's for security. So a loop can't make it in the network. So let's start configuring port fast and Bpduguard. Enable conft mm, interface range fast Ethernet 0, 1 through 2. Uh, Spanning tree, port fast. And the switch is warning you that the port fast it's only for access ports, and that's because it's caution. And let's make spanning tree Bpdu guard. Okay, we have configure 1 and 2. Let's configure conft interface range fast 0, 10 to 11. Switch spanning tree. I'm sorry, spanning tree port fast. Here it says port fast has been configured in fast Ethernet 010, but will only have effects when the interface is in non-trunking mode. Warning: port fast should only be enabled on ports connected to a single host. That's access ports. Connecting hubs, concentrators, switches, bridges to this interface when Portfast is enabled can temporarily breaching loops. That was the thing I was telling you. Okay, let's try spanning tree. Bpduguard, guard spanning tree. Bpduguard enable. Okay, let's verify our configuration. Show run. Mode access. Oh, I have an enable. Bpduguard here. Port fast. I'm sorry. I will do it right now. Okay. Again, conft interface fast internet range fast Ethernet 0, 1 through 2 spanning tree Bpduguard Bpduguard enable. Okay. Now it's done. Let's configure those other ports. As you say, only in access ports. Access ports are all these access ports. These are not access ports, are trunk ports. So let's start configuring. Enable conft interface range fast Ethernet 0, 1 through 2. Switch ports, I'm sorry, it's not switch port, spanning tree. Spanning tree, Portfast, spanning tree, Bpduguard, enable. Okay, now let's configure the other two ports. Interface, fast Ethernet 0. Oh, I missed the range. Interface range 0, 10 through 11. Switch port mode access. Switch port, spanning tree, Portfast, and spanning tree, Bpduguard, enable. Okay, that's all. Let's verify our configuration. Spanning tree Portfast, it's on. Bpduguard, it's enabled. Port 1 and 2, port 10 and 11, it's okay. So let's try it. So we're gonna disconnect the link and we're gonna connect it. 0 to 1. As you see, the port goes immediately to forwarding state. So the PC, as it plugged the cable to the as the host plugged the cables to the PC, it will connect to the network immediately. So if I plug another port that I haven't configured as the Portfast, look, it's still in orange. It's going through listening and learning. But as we see now, we want to configure fast Ethernet 1. And what happens if I connect fast Ethernet 01 through a switch? We're gonna check that. So let's connect the switch. Okay, I will have the switch. I will make some configurations. I will put a port in trunk. So conft enable conft interface fast Ethernet 01 switchboard mode trunk. Okay, show run. Okay, fast Ethernet, it's in trunk. What if I mistakenly configure a switch? I'm sorry, not configure. What if I mistakenly connect a switch to this port that it has Portfast but has Bpduguard enable? So let's try it. I will connect fast Ethernet 01 through my trunk port. And let's wait. Oh, here Bpduguard comes in action. It's saying, oh, this is a switch and I will shut down this port, because if I don't shut down this port, a loop will be generating in the network that will go in from all the switches and it will cause problems to the network. So here the port is shut down. That comes in action Bpduguard. So let's connect again to the PC. Now we have to go to the switch and make a no shutdown command to the port show running config. As you can see, Bpduguard shut down the interface. Yeah, that's nice. So conft interface fast Ethernet 01 non shutdown. Shutdown. I'm sorry, and then no shutdown. Okay, that's right. That's all for this Spanning Tree Live lab. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for all.